Hi, everybody. I'm back with another book review. I know that I talked to you last time and I said that I was going to do my next review on a Resistance of Witches, and I did start it. I'm about 50 pages into that, but then I got some new books for my birthday, and that kind of detoured me a little bit. Don't worry, I will get to a Resistance of Witches, but instead of tackling that book this week, I read Pines by Blake Crouch. Now, there's a little bit at the back of this book saying how it's kind of loosely inspired by Twin Peaks. This book was unhinged, to say the least. It was a gift from someone that I work with. It was not something that was on my TBR, so it was not on my radar at all. It's part of a trilogy, I believe. I'm not sure if I'm going to read the next two books, but this one, in and of itself, standalone, is great. It definitely is weird. It starts off with the main character waking up next to a river, feeling like they got hit by a truck. And plot twist, they did get hit by a truck, or at least that's what he's told. He has no memory. All he knows is his name. He has a wife and he has a son, a kid, but that's all he has. He doesn't know where he's at. He doesn't know where he's from. He doesn't know any of the details of his life. Eventually, he figures out he came to this town because he's a Secret Service agent, and two other agents went missing, so they sent him to this town with somebody else. As they were arriving in town, they got hit by a truck. His partner for the day did not survive. He was in the hospital, escaped the hospital. That's why he ended up next to the river, and is trying to figure out, A, what happened to the other agents, and B, who he is and what's real and what's not. He gets this weird, creepy vibe from the town pretty much from the get-go. The people seem just a little bit off. The setting is idyllic and beautiful, kind of like Stepford Wives-esque, but there's just something that doesn't add up and makes him feel uncomfortable. This book goes haywire very, very quickly. There goes from, true crimey vibes of, people were sent here, I'm trying to figure out what happened to them, and then it goes into creepy kind of something is off here. Then it gets kind of even weirder with pharmaceutical company / government cover-up, and then it gets into these weird monsters at the end of the book. It wraps up very, very nicely, and I did enjoy the ride, but it is something that was kind of outside my wheelhouse and was a very nice surprise. So if you're into, I would say, maybe true crime / sci-fi to a degree, you would really enjoy this. One of the closest things I can think to compare this is the TV show Lost. If you ever watched that, the vibe of this is similar to that, where a lot of things are happening, none of them make sense, and you're kind of sitting there thinking, where the heck is this going, for a very large portion of the story. Up next, again, I will get back to a Resistance of Witches, but first, I'm going to take a little detour. I'm going to go to Automatic Noodles. It's a very small book. I will have it to you guys next week on Sunday, but I'm trying to reach my reading goal for the year. I'm at 27 books. I got to get to 30, so I'm trying to be a little bit more strategic about the size of the books that I pick up. Resistance of Witches is a little on the thicker side, so I figured I'd squeeze in this short one really quick before we get too much closer towards the end of the year. If you have read either of these books, Automatic Noodle or Noodles? Noodle, singular. Automatic Noodle or Pines, let me know your thoughts and feelings. So far, Automatic Noodle is interesting, and Pine, I really, really loved it.